Well, let's hope it does. The point is, I think, to all of this is that we certainly cannot sit back and just wait for it to crumble, because they've got plans for us that we're not going to like. We have to fight this with everything we have.
Well, let's talk about what the plans are versus our plans, and also how you see the economic collapse, engineered or not, what's happening with the global carbon tax, what life will be like under that. I mean, this is the actual Soviet Union is what I'd call it we're going into. But we'll get G. Edward Griffin's take on that in just a moment. Stay with us.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Hi, this is John Swenson again at Midas Resources, and let me ask just one question. What would you list as the things that the federal government does really well? The armed forces and printing bogus money doesn't count. Now take that blank page of yours and list the ways that you have to protect your assets and escape the paper markets. The only real option is precious metals for your retirement, your kids' education, or just plain survival when the whole Obama mess comes crashing down. You are the only one you can count on for a stimulus package, and I'd like to discuss a proven strategy to create that safety net for you and your family. Please give me a call at 800-686-2237, extension 128. That's 800-686-2237, extension 128, and together we can develop a Make Sense program before the clock runs out. Once more, John Swenson at 800-686-2237, extension 128, and take charge of your future, and thank you.
Now that you've planted your organic garden, how will you keep the bugs away without using toxic chemicals and poisons? Well, the answer is all natural insecticides from freshwaterorganics.com. These revolutionary insecticides start with the same organic product that we use in FPP to kill parasites. We then add a small amount of pyrethrin from chrysanthemum flowers and a mild attractant to offer you the most effective insecticide available anywhere. It can even be applied up to the day of harvest. Our natural insecticides work in the home, on plants, and in your garden, killing pests mechanically, not with poisons. So pests can't develop an immunity, and they won't harm your children or pets. It's effective against white flies, moths, bed bugs, fleas, roaches, crickets, and more, and safe enough to use on your pets, ridding them of fleas and other pests. Order now from freshwaterorganics.com or call 888-949-3570, 888-949-3570 today.
Watch me!
Watch me!
Ha-ha!
Watch me!
G. Edward Griffin's our guest, icon in the fight for liberty. So excited about him in my new Obama film. I'll soon announce the name. And he's going to be in Burma's Visible Empire film. So we're going out to California to interview. Well, my team is. I'm going out to California separately right before they go for another interview. I'll just leave that unnamed. But going back to G. Edward Griffin in this short segment, I mean, there's so many questions. Your take on the banking implosion, Federal Reserve to get power over all industry, the green taxes, the carbon taxes, home inspections, federal zoning where it says they can just take your house, no judge, no jury. That's in there. I mean, it looks like on every front, federalization of water, gun control, they're moving on every front right now. Is this a bum rush where we're getting hit with so much? I mean, why are they moving so quick right now?
Well, I guess it's because they want to tie it up as quickly as possible, Alex. They don't want to allow the people too much time to think about it and to develop opposition. They want to get it all done. Right now, I think it's come to the end of almost to the end of the honeymoon in the Obama administration. And in the first few months, they could do just about anything they wanted to. People would say, well, we don't know, give them a chance, let it work it out, and so forth. But they know that they didn't get too much done right away, that later on opposition might be developed to it. So I think that's part of it. And the other thing is it's got a lot more to do with this one administration versus another administration. And these people who are dreaming up this legislation and writing these laws, they're not thinking as Republicans or Democrats. They're thinking as globalist collectivists trying to create the new world order. That's their mission. They want to get that thing built. They want to get on with it, That's their dream. And meanwhile, all the folks back here at home are still thinking in terms of these people, well, why would a good Republican do that? Or why would a good Democrat do that? And they don't get it, that this has got nothing at all to do with partisan politics. So I think they're in a hurry so that too many of the American people don't wake up and we get it all done.
Continue along that line, G. Edward Griffin.
Well, I don't know what more I could say about that, except that we're living in a time where events are moving very rapidly. I guess people have always said that throughout history, but also I think that it's true that because of technology, things do move more rapidly as the years go by, and I think the time that they figure to wrap up the New World Order is definitely within this generation. It used to be, I think, that they were thinking in terms of, well, 2-3 generations down the line, we'll get it all done. But now I think they've decided it's this generation, which means within this 20-year time span, probably less than that. And so it's moving very rapidly. And, we were talking just a moment ago about what can we turn this around? Are we going to win? Are we going to lose? What's going to happen? Everybody wants to, think, what do I do? How do I prepare? What can I do for my family? All of these things. And nothing wrong with that kind of thinking. It's realistic thinking. But the main question is, are we going to win or are we going to lose? And my feeling is very strong on that, is that we are definitely going to win this battle because freedom will always win out. But the annoying question is, how long will it take? Is it going to be by the next election? No, it's definitely not going to be the next election.
Yeah, how bad is it going to get? And one big problem with winning is people are in this instant gratification. Give me the Wendy's hamburger in 10 seconds or I'm angry. I catch myself even like this. It takes time to grow a orchard. It takes time to put in a garden. It takes time to build a new world order. It takes time to defeat it. And things are moving very quickly now. We're having great victories. People need to be more positive and realize things don't happen instantly. And I agree with you, we're going to win. The question is, how bad will it get? How many of us will be enslaved? When we talk about if they win, what is it like? It's like living under Joe Stalin with a high-tech overlay, isn't it, G. Edward Griffin?
Yeah, I think that's a good analogy. Yes, high-tech overlay. A lot more effective means of controlling people, controlling their thoughts, controlling their health, their movement, and a lot more sophisticated weapons to put down opposition. Yeah, that's the high-tech overlay that makes it really scary. But yes, back to the theme, which is how long is it going to take? That's been one of the main points of Freedom Force International, is that we have the long view of history, and a lot of people get very impatient with that. I can understand that. I used to be impatient with that point of view when I was a young guy. I remember we were talking a moment ago, when did I start down this path? Well, back in 1960. And I remember back in the 60s listening to some of the old-timers say, well, this is going to take quite a while to turn around. And I kept saying, to heck it is. Wait till I get in there. I'll turn this thing around right away. Well, turns out that the old-timers were right. And
it turns out, hold on, 60 years is a blink of an eye, though. You've done a lot to start turning the ship. You have influenced